Hey everybody. Okay, today I want to train you just a little bit on what is your 60-second message or what is your elevator pitch. I just recently went to a networking event where they had a program and this lady was talking about your elevator pitch, and what she did is she gave us 3 points of how to make your little message about yourself when you introduce yourself. It's great for networking events or anytime when someone says, "What do you do?" And so I wanted to just cover these points and then tell you my experience with it. So first of all, she said what your elevator pitch is that you have a limited time to make a first impression, and normally it's about 7 seconds, which I've already been talking over 7 seconds, so you've already made an impression. You may have already stopped the video by now. But people are coming conscious of you. They look at the way you look, the way you act, the way you hold your head up, the way you look at them eye to eye, and of course what you say. So she said there's 3 parts of a good elevator pitch. And of course elevator pitch would be, the reason they call it that is because sometimes you're in an elevator, you only have just that, from floor to floor to make a good impression on someone, to make them want to talk to you more when you get out. Okay, so number 1 is you are going to say who you are. Of course, this can be as simple as, of course, your name, and you want to state it clearly and distinctly and proudly. If you mumble your name, they're not going to remember it. And so, like, sometimes with me, because my name is unusual, being Cleta, I'll say, my name is Cleta Colson-Eyre. I go, Cleta like cheetah. And they go, oh, that's an unusual name. Also, it helps to wear a name tag, because a lot of times people, when you introduce yourself, then they have the name tag, you say it, and they'll remember it easier. So don't just run through your name so fast. And, you may even just say your first name. If it's a short time, to say, hey, my name is Cleta, like cheetah, instead of saying your whole long name. Then, number 2 is, after you say who you are, is what are you? Sometimes this could be just your title. It could be your company name. You want to pay attention to who you're speaking to, whom you're speaking to, because different audiences, you might say something different. And so for me, I might say, hello, my name is Cleta Colson-Eyre, Cleta like cheetah. I am a executive senior sales director with Mary Kay, and I've been building my business for 30 years. Something like that, maybe. Okay. And then number 3 is why should you have to ask yourself, why should we buy into you? What makes you special? What can you do for me, as far as like when I'm talking to someone, what can I do for them? What can I say to them or do for them that will make them want to keep talking to me? Okay. And so this is your personal value. Let's see. This is your value proposition. It must be unique. It must be engaging. What makes you interesting enough to listen for any length of time. And this is the most important part of it. So there was some girls that got up and did their, we all had to get up and do it in front of like basically strangers. So one girl got up and said that she was a creative diva. And you're like, you didn't know what she was going to say, but it made you listen to her. And she talked about how she was in photography. She did everything with photos. And there were some other ladies that did some different things. And so I want to tell you that I got up there. I thought, I've got this. I mean, I've been doing Mary Kay for 400 years. Easy, right? So I got up there and did my little thing. And then they said, well, they asked everybody what was good about it. And, they had some nice things to say that, that I seemed confident. And when I said that I'd been in Mary Kay for 30 years, that was engaging. And they're like, wow, 30 years, that's a long time. But then they said, what could she improve? And they said, well, then I got too salesy, too pitchy. And it was more like what they could do for me. Because what I said is that I was looking for people who might want a free makeover, or if they could give me referrals to someone who might want to make an executive income from their home. And, they were right. Okay. These were strangers just telling me they don't know me. Right. And so I redid it, and they said, Cleta, you had us with your name, Cleta like cheetah, and then Mary Kay. And no, I said, oh, and yes, I do drive one of those pink Cadillacs. And they said, you had us at that in the 30 years. And I was engaged. She said, but then when you started talking about the other, I kind of tuned out. I'm like, okay. They said, so tell more about why you would be with the company for that long. Which I don't do that. It's sell us on you and your brand and your product. And I'm like, okay. So we redid it, and I had another opportunity to do a networking thing right after that. So I got up and I said, I said, hey, my name is Cleta Colson-Eyre, Cleta like cheetah. I am with Mary Kay, and yes, I know you're going to ask, I do drive one of those pink Cadillacs, and I've actually been in Mary Kay with the business for 30 years, and I was a very unlikely candidate to be a Mary Kay consultant because I was actually a collegiate basketball player in college, and my major was in computers, but my face was kind of a wreck. I tried the product. I loved it so much, it changed almost overnight, but really it was a couple of weeks. I could tell a huge difference. So much that I thought, I'm going to sell this. I'm going to get my own products at a discount, and hey, maybe I'll make $1 or $2. I had no idea it would end up being my full-time career for 30 years. And even today, I love giving beauty tips and skincare tips to my customers. We have one of the best brands in the United States and top 5 globally. And so, but what I really like to do is mentor other women and help them enrich their lives with Mary Kay. So whether you're looking for an update, I can help you with that, update your look. Whether you're looking to make a little extra money or whether you just need a friend, I am your girl. Okay, so I tried that. Everybody laughed. Everybody was engaged. They perceived me as friendly, not just overpowering, like saying, anybody want to book a party with me today? Do you know what I mean? And so what happens, I left there. I felt confident. They felt engaging with me like I'm a friendly, fun person. And I got several business cards, and people were like, I need a new look. You know, and on the first time they told me, they said, well, your makeup looks great. So that's a great advertisement for you. And so that helps. Also, you want to sell yourself and what you do. And even though you may not be in a pink Cadillac or been using Mary Kay for 30 years or driving, in the company for 30 years, you have a lot of value. So my challenge for you today is to write down on a piece of paper what you would say with your little elevator pitch, your 60-second elevator pitch, okay? And, I did, on one time I mentioned the Mary Kay Foundation and what our causes are to help find a cure for cancer with cancer research, and also for domestic violence awareness. And so, according to who you're talking to, you're going to have different things that you say. So I hope this helps you. Write down your little 60-second message and practice it, so next time someone goes, well, what do? You're ready to go, but you don't sound fake or pitchy. Have an awesome Mary Kay day.